What's up, guys? This is the Vinyl Casket. I am Nick. We're trying something new this week with our live comic book reviews. Every week, we grab a stack, we read a stack, we review a stack. Instead of doing it on Twitch this week, I'm going to try out right here on YouTube. We're going live. We'll see how this does. Hopefully we can garner, a small audience. We'll see. Otherwise, we'll go back to doing what we were doing and putting the videos afterwards on YouTube. So I got a stack. Nothing crazy this week. Nothing light either. If you can do me a favor as we start, please like, comment, subscribe here on YouTube, follow and subscribe on Twitch. My Instagram is Vinylcasting and Vinylcast Comics. I really appreciate the attention, the love, communicating with me. Thank you guys. And we're going to start off with the one independent book we got, which is Primordial, issue 3, I believe. Yes. By Image Comics, written by Jeff Lemire and art by Andrea Sorrentino. Incredible. In freaking incredible, dude. This book, the artwork in this book is so good. Is just so good. It's mind-blowing. Like, the dialogue is so little in this book that I don't even know what's happening, but I'm so amused by the actual visuals. This is without a doubt a close to 10. It's like a 9 out of 10 every issue so far. It is so good. If you don't know, this is about some like weird conspiracy theory alternate dimension where like during like the race for space, Cold War era, like they're shutting down NASA and like whatever happened to the animals they sent into space that they were experimenting on, and the repercussions of the actions of how they treated those animals before and what it means now. And we're getting to this point where like they're in this like weird like other reality space, and like things are starting to evolve and happen, and I'm really excited to see where this goes and what they do with this. Now we'll jump right into Marvel. I think we got 3 Marvel books. We start off with Amazing Spider-Man. This is a Dot Beyond issue, so this is issue 78 Dot Bay, which is Beyond. It's kind of how they used to do like during Nick Spencer's run. They did the 0.5s. They're just kind of going on. This is the Beyond story arc or whatever. Beyond tie-in, it even says on there. This is just a basic side story about these two. It was interesting. Art was okay. It wasn't terrible. But now it is told me that if this is what the dot bays, the 0.5s are going to be, I'm skipping on all of them. It wasn't worth it. It definitely didn't contribute anything amazing to the story. It was fun. I thought they were going to expand on, what's her name? She's not Captain Marvel anymore. Monica Rambeau was going to be expanded on a way. She was, but like I was expecting way more. It was okay. I gave it like a 5. On the other hand, Moon Knight issue 5 was incredible. Moon Knight was incredible. I really enjoyed it. I really thought it was a good issue. This is a variant cover. Yeah, it's just getting. We're building up. There is really great pacing. It's fast paced, but it's not too fast, and it's definitely nowhere near slow. All the stuff that's happening is really cool. I love how all the details are being touched on. Nothing's really being skipped. We're not being like led on to anything that isn't like immediately touched on. We get some background with Soldier and his ties to Hydra, and then there's some setup and how this guy that we thought was like one of Moon Knight's like associates isn't, and that he is this new villain. That I'm really excited to see expanded upon. I'm really excited to see what they do with this new villain. And I'm very excited for this story arc that they're just about to start in. They have like multiple little story arcs happening all at the same time, and I'm really enjoying it. This is an easy 8 out of 10. Moon Knight has been phenomenal since the inception of this new series. Last Marvel book is Dark Ages issue 3. This is a variant cover. This is another Tom Taylor book. We were going to be having, well, it's the first Tom Taylor book we're going to be talking about, but it's one of 3 that came out this week. Really, 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 really love this. I think it's awesome. I think it's really incredible. It's a very weird, very interesting, very unique alternate take on the Marvel Universe, steampunk fashion, no electricity, how they're surviving. The character development in here is fast, it's brutal, it's dark. Everything in here is just so crisp and just so good. I don't want to spoil this at all because this is like a really interesting. This is gonna be a classic. Once this, if this series keeps on the momentum it has and finishes with a really good story, it's gonna be a classic. This is a 7.5 out of 10. A disappointer this week was Blue and Gold, issue 4 out of 8. This is by the legendary Jurgens, Mr. Jurgens here, the creator of Booster Gold, Dan Jurgens. Yeah, I was not happy with this. I was a big advocate for the first issue, and the first 3 issues were all really good. This issue, it was just lacking. Everything that I claimed and went off about the first 2 issues just wasn't there. Basically, the whole issue spent arguing about how they met and who saved who, and when they were on the Justice League of America or Justice League International, whichever team it was. It's back and forth, 2 different stories. Then Guy Gardner shows up, which makes no sense to what's happening in the Green Lantern book, which is supposed to be, in the same timeline, the same happening. It doesn't make any sense. Art was pretty okay. It was good. It wasn't amazing, but it was good. It's what I come to expect. But this issue, the story was a dud. It was a filler. Nothing happened. No progression of the story. At the beginning, you think, they're interviewing. They're, the company's now established. We're gonna go on an adventure. No, it's just them arguing on live TV, and then Guy Gardner shows up, and then this guy shows up. 6 out of 10. I could talk about how disappointed I am in that. Then we have issue 1 of Robins. This is the winner of the DC Round Robins contest. Not contest, but like voting thing that we were able to do about a year ago. Less than a year ago? I don't know. All I know is that it did not live up to the hype. We waited for this forever. There were so many titles, and we voted for this one. Yeah, I was disappointed. It was good. Artwork's solid, but it's just like the same thing over and over. Nothing new. There's something new teased at the end, but like nothing incredible that I really care about. I wish there was a little bit more development and they didn't waste the time doing the sit down and talking about the same fucking thing that they always talk about every time that all these ex-Robins are together. But it was cool. I might get issue 2. I might not. I'm probably dropping Booster Gold. Robins was I'll give it a 7. I'll give it a 7. But I was expecting a 9. Suicide Squad, cardstock cover. This is issue 9. First read through, hated it. Thought it was awful. I was so disappointed because I've been loving the series. I was half asleep when I read it. I reread it this morning. I love it. It wasn't clicking. Nothing was really making any sense. I was lost. I don't even know what I read, to be honest with you. But this book is solid. So Suicide Squad continues to do what they're doing. They go into space. The other Suicide Squad is going to attack them soon. It's all building up. They go into space. They find this weird alien creature. They fight the Green Lanterns. Really interesting stuff. I'm really enjoying it. I can't wait to see the direction that they take off with this. 8, 7.5. Okay, issue 2 by Mr. Tom Taylor is Superman, Son of Kal-El, issue 5, with the cardstock variant cover, the Pride cover, with his new boyfriend. Yeah, John Kent doing a great job. They're really developing him and his position as, his dad's gone. His dad's left the planet. He's the Superman now. He is Superman. He is taking things on a direction that he is, his direction, not his dad's direction. He's doing things his way. You have Wally West Flash in here again. That was really cool. I'm loving that chemistry there. I know that we're going to get a crossover between him and Nightwing soon. Another title done by Tom Taylor. Wally and Dick Grayson were like characters that were really inspired by Batman and Superman and Barry Allen, and grew up in their shadows, and now are these major heroes that are able to influence the next generation. And I really enjoyed that. I like the development of this character, this new character. I'm loving it. I really am. I think it's a slow burn. Like, things are happening, but they're not like crucial, and they're not really expanded upon fully, but like they're making sense and they're clicking. So I'm gonna give it a 7.5, 8 out of 10. Aquaman the Becoming, issue 3. Awesome cardstock cover here. Just when I thought this title was getting boring, it picks up. Artwork's incredible. I'm really liking it. I love the plot twist. The back half of this issue, I was screaming at the top of my lungs. So excited. I really enjoyed this. I don't want to spoil it. There's a lot of cool stuff happening in this series. If you're an Aquaman fan, if you were a New 52 Aquaman fan, I highly suggest getting Black Manta and getting this title, and what it's leading into is going to be incredible. This is an 8 out of 10, without a doubt. One thing the DC books did this week that I thought was weird. First book I read was obviously Nightwing. And I thought, okay, there's a Batgirls tie-in. Batgirls are in this book. Batgirls have been mentioned throughout, the last couple of issues. Then in Batman, again, there's this teaser of the first issue of Batgirls. Again, makes sense. The backup story of Batgirls has been in Batman, right? Aquaman, Superman, Suicide Squad, Robins, Blue and Gold. Every single issue, I'm pretty sure, the DC put out this week had the last like 5 or 10 pages be the teaser of Batgirls. I didn't see that happening. They're really pushing Batgirls. I don't understand why. They didn't even push Robins that hard, and they're pushing Batgirls like it's the #1 title they want to sell. I'm okay with it. I'm just very shocked and intrigued. So we'll start off with this, right? This is Batman 117. This is the connecting cover variant. I have all 3 now. I will eventually do a post on my Instagram at Vinyl Casket Comics of the connecting covers next to each other. That will be cool. We finally get to the end of Fear State. It's basically over. It's over. Fear State is over. There's an Omega coming out to go and tie with the Alpha. It will wrap everything up neatly. But basically, then what happens in the next book? Stuff happens. Simon Saint is defeated. The 2 different halves of Poison Ivy are together. And then instead of taking over the city with roots, they put flowers everywhere that release a pheromone that counteracts against the fear. Batman and Miracle Molly are doing stuff. Miracle Molly is like, I gotta do this my way, like defeat Scarecrow, but then is like, what about what I need? It was really interesting. The defeat of Peacemaker 01. A lot of stuff happened in this issue. It was really cool. I can't wait to see the wrap up in the Omega. This is awesome. I'm going to give it a solid 9 out of 10. This is one of the last issues that James Tynion is going to be on before he leaves. I really enjoyed his run, or what I've read of his run. It was really enjoyable. Yeah. Before we get into my pick of the week, my favorite issue this week, I did happen to come across a pickup. So these are some variant covers of the last couple issues of Batman. They were ratio variants. So shops only get a certain amount based on what they order. My shop is a very small shop. I would say medium sized from the area that I'm from. Outside of New York City, inside New York City, it's small. Outside of New York City, it's one of the bigger ones, but it's not the biggest. So their order on certain books, certain titles is, it is what it is. Probably 50 copies of Batman a week. So they get maybe 2 of these. They were sitting. They weren't moving for some reason. I remember when this cover came out, I was so excited that these were coming out, that the series of variants was coming out. And I wanted them so bad. And then he kind of broke me the news. Oh, they're going to be ratios. I was like, shit. I'm like, same thing with the Wanted posters. I was able to get 2 of the Wanted posters, Huntress and Nightwing. I was very excited. I have every single one of this series. of variant covers, except for the first one, which is Batman issue 112. I have 113 through 16 here, the variant covers. So they did this really cool thing, this concept where they took the covers and they made them into video game boxes, and they go there's two sets of each like kind of time period. Like the one that I'm missing is the first one, and then the second one, 113, is Dark Ops 7 Deep Cover Detective, which is this really cool cover. Basically, they're all on these like backgrounds, and then this is like the case for the video game. You have like this nod to Nintendo here with the seal. This is like supposed to look like a sticker of the barcode. It says one player, and then you have the case. It says this one says Batman Presents. As they went on into the next series, so there's one that looks kind of like this with Scarecrow and Arkham. I wasn't able to get it. I will hunt that down, so I have the complete set. But then the next set, the next two in the series were these two, which have the same kind of, background graphics. So you have Batman issues 114 and 115. So you have these two, which, as you can see, the boxes are very similar on top of the backgrounds, green background, pink background. You have like the holographic foil looking stickers, seals, and then this barcode stickers. It says 1 to 2 players. You have Bullet Train 3 Urban War, and you have Gotham Radioactive Dead City, 4? At the top it says Dark Knight Games Present. I wish the first two said Dark Knight Games Present, because after this you get these two, which are awesome covers. I thought these are awesome. You get the last two of the series, which is Batman 116 and Batman 117, which just came out, and boom. See, different style boxes. The backgrounds are funky, but it says Dark Knight Games Present. It has the same kind of holographic seal and the sticker barcode. You got Hard to Punch, and you got Magic Quest Winds of War. I thought these were really cool. I thought this whole set of variants and how they did them in twos. So like these two are similar, and then sorry, I'm twisting and turning here. And then these two are similar. So I liked that, how they came out in sets. And then this two has one that matches it, but I just couldn't find it. I'm going to go digging for it. I will find it. But my variant pickup, I'm very excited to have that series, because it's something I was very excited when it came out, and I was unable to get. Got them all for cover price, which is awesome. It's unheard of to get a ratio for cover price nowadays. But I did it. With that being said, we're going into our last book, which is Pick of the Week, which is obviously Tom Taylor's Nightwing, issue 86. Awesome cardstock cover here with the Batgirls on there. Obviously, we're leading the Batgirls. Also, in Batman 117, there was a Batgirls backup story. It was awesome. This leads into this. It was after this book. So the Batgirl's backup story in Batman was after the Nightwing story, where they crash the helicarrier, basically. It's like this floating base. They crash it. They take it over. They fight Seer. Seer's going to be an ongoing villain for the Batgirl, so I'm very excited to see that. I like the dynamic there. Everything's going according to plan, and Tim Drake's also in this. It was a really good read. I don't want to spoil too much, because Fear State is really interlocking here, but I can't wait for them to go back to Bloodhaven. I'm very excited to see what they do there. Love Nightwing, love Tom Taylor. This is a 9 out of 10 without a doubt, and that's all I got this week. So I'm very excited to see what happens next week. A bunch of books are coming out. Very excited. I'm slowly decreasing my pull list. So if you watch my past videos, they're all here on YouTube at The Vinyl Casket. Or you plan on watching my lives either here or on Twitch, depending on what I decide to do after this point. My pull list is going to get smaller. DC-wise, at least. I might be picking up more independents. I really might. That's where I feel like I'm gearing to go. I cut my Marvels down to SpiderMan, Moon Knight, Darkhawk, and I think I'm dropping Venom. Maybe we're trying out Hulk and She-Hulk, and then that's really it. And then the Bat books, I'm trying to cut them down, trying to cut down Teen Titans. I'm trying to cut things down to the bare minimum. I grabbed on too many miniseries that are taking a very long time to finish, and that is it. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully, this does well once it's fully published here on YouTube. Very excited about what's going on here and what I'm trying to do. This is a nice test run, different than being on Twitch. Thank you guys so much. This is the Vinyl Casket. My name is Nick. This is the home to the lamest taste. And remember to stay lame.